Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guests today are from a project called The Quest, which is a program of Iowa Big, which if you haven't heard about Iowa Big, we'll talk about that in a minute, and also the History Center. So Jenny Thielman from the History Center is here. Jenny, welcome.
Thank you.
Nice
Thanks
to
for
have
having
you.
us.
Nice to have you back. And from Iowa Big, two high school students in Cedar Rapids. We have Gavin Cornwell. Gavin, welcome.
Hello.
And Nyomi Kelso.
Hi.
Nice to have you both here. Before we start talking about the Quest, I want to talk a little bit about Iowa Big. It's been going on for several years in the Cedar Rapids area, but it's possible there are people who don't know about it. So who wants to give me a little summary of what happens at Iowa Big? Gavin, I think you're elected.
Okay. So Iowa Big is project-based learning. It's partnered with all the major schools in Cedar Rapids, and basically we go find something that we want to change or fix or create in the community, and then we make a group, create a project to fix that issue or make something in the community, and that we do it.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to emulate the way it works out in the real world. You have a project. You go to work, and a lot of times in work you have special projects. Mm-hmm. Team comes together, does the project, and then goes on to other stuff after. Yep. Is that how it works?
Yep.
Nyomi, you're only in Iowa Big part-time, so where are you the rest of the time?
The rest of the time I go to Kennedy, and I only have one class at Kennedy this semester, which is really nice. So
Yeah. And a senior?
Yes.
And Gavin, what about you?
So I go to Prairie, and then I also do Kirkwood online college
excellent.
classes.
Excellent.
So, and I'm a senior as well.
Okay. Tell me about the Quest.
So the Quest is, we're partnered with the History Center downtown Cedar Rapids, and basically it's kind of like the Amazing Race, which you're given a clue, and then you are going to follow the clue either to like a historical location that we've picked around Cedar Rapids, and then you'll do a little puzzle or a quiz at that location to get your clue to the next one, and then you just race through till the end.
We wanted it to be like as closely based to the Amazing Race that we could get it while still like learning about the Cedar Rapids history and having it historically based.
And you weren't able to fly to locations all over the globe either.
No. You can't do that, sorry.
Jenny, this is kind of a little bit of a theme that the History Center programs have been working along, because you've also been doing the escape rooms.
Yeah, so we are always trying to find new and innovative ways of bringing history to the public and engaging all ages. And so the Amazing Race was something that I thought, okay, this would be really fun for the community. It's kind of an all ages thing that families can participate. You put your team together and go to all these destinations, like Gavin was saying, and learn something about that destination or about Cedar Rapids history in general. But we just thought it would just be a fun way of engaging the community and also getting other cultural organizations involved. So I don't want to give too much away. But
Yeah, we don't want to do too many spoilers.
It's a surprise. You don't know where you're going. You have to kind of solve the clue to figure out where your destination is, and then you perform the challenge or a puzzle.
Who came up with the puzzles that have to be solved at each of the destinations?
I think it was kind of like a group effort, but we did, double check with Jenny because
want to make sure it's historically accurate.
Accurate, yes. Yeah.
She's the brain.
The history
behind.
person.
Yes.
The history queen.
Yeah, well, sure. I'll take that title.
How many stops are there?
There's 8.
8?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I didn't know if we could give that one away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, 8.
Eight.
Well, yeah. I know we want to be careful, but I also want to give people a sense
Right.
of what they can expect.
Right.
So there's a puzzle, and you said that people can form their own groups. I think the Amazing Race is always a pair, right? But in this case, people can do groups of varying sizes.
Yep.
Up to 4 different members.
Okay. And how are signups going?
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
We're hoping that they're gonna boost up with our advertisements that we're doing this week and next week, because we're really trying to boost that up since we have next week left, and then
It's
the
race.
Quest.
It's the Quest.
And then the Quest, that's right. It's coming up on the 3rd of May, so it's coming right up. Is this the first program or project that you've done through Iowa Big, or have you done others in the past?
This is my first project because this is my first year at Iowa Big. but it's only one of them. You have to do 2 projects, so this is my biggest project though.
This is my second year at Iowa Big, so I've done a couple different projects in the past. One actually with the History Center. It was kind of like the same concept, but it wasn't like a time limit or anything. We weren't really based off of The Amazing Race either. So I feel like it was like a scavenger hunt around Cedar Rapids. So I feel like taking that knowledge and tweaking things that we know something didn't work well last time and making it even better for this time. And I feel really good about it. So.
Yeah.
We talked about how Iowa Big is about project-based learning. What have you learned about yourself and about working in groups in this kind of an environment that's different than the normal high school classroom experience? Nyomi, you start.
I learned that I don't like sending emails. People don't answer their emails like my mom used to tell me. She told me to check my emails, and nobody emails me back as fast as I thought. So that's that. And I've also learned a lot about talking to people. Like I was very introverted, and now my mom even boasts about me at Iowa Big, like my kid can talk to people. You need her to call somebody for you, she's got it. So I can make phone calls to people very professionally. It's something like that I learned just at Iowa Big to do. So
And you do a pretty good radio interview, too.
Yeah, thank you.
Gavin, what about you?
I've learned that you unfortunately can't count on people as much as you want to. Sometimes you have
Not
to
everybody pulls their weight.
Yeah, you kind of have to do a lot, but it's nice because like you're learning how to speak to people in the real world. You're learning how to interact with people, like different companies, businesses, whoever. And I feel like that's a skill I definitely would not have learned in traditional school. And I'm really grateful for that experience. And yeah, I've learned to be confident in speaking to other people. And I think that's a really good skill to have.
Jenny, has it been like with you working with students?
So I just have to give a shout out to these two, to my team at Iowa Big for putting together the most amazing prize pack for the winners of the race.
Because you probably had to go out and get donations
Yeah,
and stuff
get
from businesses.
donations.
Not
And
easy asking for
to start
donations.
that, you have
is it?
to email them.
Email, make phone
And
calls.
then
you have
and
to
then they
follow
never
up.
answer their email.
Yes. So there's lots of follow-up that was involved in that, going and picking up and talking to all the business owners and the nonprofits that are helping us along with this journey. But they did such a great job. I think we're well over $500 worth of gift cards and tickets and merchandise.
Swag.
So it's been a really fun process for me as somebody who is very type A and wants control of everything. Allowing the kids to take the reins on a lot of these contacts, making the contacts and being the voice for the quest has been really fun for me. And it's been fun watching them grow and evolve through the project as well. So it's been fun working together.
A race around Cedar Rapids to learn and solve puzzles regarding some of our companies and institutions coming up the 3rd of May. All right, there's still apparently room for people to get signed up. How do we do it?
You can go to the History Center's website.
Yep. History Center is www.historycenter.org. And you can look up the quest from the program page there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, sounds like you have everything all ready to go. Now you're just kind of in a holding pattern, waiting for the day when everybody comes and participates. What will be your jobs on that day?
We're kind of just waiting to see. Like, we have different volunteers from the History Center and Iowa Big that we're going to be sending to different places, and then we are kind of just going to fall in wherever
Well,
we're
we're maybe
needed.
going to boss people around a little. And since we're the bosses.
That's
so
right. You're the boss.
Yeah.
we might
Managing
just
the
float.
sites.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Managing the different destinations and
Yeah.
making sure that they have what they need to execute the day. So.
I'm sure the good weather will be a help for this, so we'll cross our fingers for that.
Yes.
And in the meantime, sounds like you have organized this to within an inch of its life and that it's going to be a grand old time.
Yes.
We're excited.
So again, May 3rd. Oh, what time do things start?
Be at the History Center at 8:30 in
Okay.
the morning.
All right.
And then we'll give information at 9 o'clock and the start, like we're going to say, ready, set, and then go. And
Open
then
your first clue.
Yep.
Okay.
get out.
All right.
Oh.
It's the quest. We'll start at the History Center on May 3rd, and you can still get signed up at the History Center website. Jenny, which again is?
www.historycenter.org.
Well, good luck with it. Thanks for being with us today.
Thanks
Thank
for
Having
you.
us.
You can hear the Culture Crawl live on the radio most weekdays at 10:30, on demand at kcck.org/culture, or subscribe using your favorite podcast player. Watch our videos on the KCCK Facebook and YouTube channels. Our producer is Lydia Kilgore. The Culture Crawl theme is composed by Vivian Shanley. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.